I didn't expect this to get so dark so quickly. I'm a big fan of the Babes in Toyland films. I noticed there was an animated version from 1997. I thought I absolutely had to check this out. And I think, for me now, it was alright. I kind of enjoyed it. But there was a lot in this that I kind of thought, had I seen this as a child, I would have really liked this. This is definitely something that would have spoken to me in my younger years. So this was directed by Toby, Bluth, Charles Grosvenor and Paul Sabella, written by Glen and John Loy. And just briefly, we have a really great voice cast. Mr. Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, of course, voiced by Charles Nelson Reilly. Jack and Jill are voiced by Joseph Ashton and Lacey Chabert. Really like Lacey Chabert's work. And Christopher Plummer voices Barnaby. And to make quite a long story short, Jack and Jill, the Jack and Jill, of course, because Jack has a little bandage on his head where he's obviously broken his crown, are on a train going off to visit Toyland. A little bit sad, actually, because they have no living relatives left. They're going there to their only other living relative, Uncle Barnaby. And he is Scrooge and Count Olaf bundled into one. He is not a nice person. He basically kind of abuses the children from the off by starving them. He shoves them in the attic and doesn't let them have anything to eat. It got pretty dark. And while they're dealing with that problem, the town is dealing with its own problem as Barnaby is trying to get the toy factory shut down by intercepting Santa Claus's orders to make it seem like there were no orders, no money, nothing happening. And it's pretty dramatic, a lot more dramatic than I thought. So that kind of kept my adult mind engaged. But judging it from my, say, childhood age, this was released, as I said, in 97, but apparently in the UK in 99, when I was 7. I don't remember seeing it. I don't believe I did. Maybe I did, and it didn't leave an impression on me. So what I'm about to say is a lie. But I actually feel like there was a lot in this that I liked. The songs were really engaging. The characters were great. Jack and Jill were really likeable and quite well developed. Jack particularly had a little bit of an attitude. He was a little bit of a grumpy boy. I liked what they did with him. And the Santa Claus element is actually quite weird because it doesn't feel that festive. But getting the toys ready for Christmas is definitely a very prominent part in this. So it's kind of a weird feeling because I would never say that this is a Christmas film. But certainly Christmas is prevalent. So it's quite a weird one to kind of watch in that regard. But either way, I think films about toys and all of that stuff are... I paused the audio recording to yawn, and in those 2 seconds, I seem to have lost my train of thought. Ultimately, it's good fun. I like the animation style. It's brightly coloured, but it also gets quite dark. As I said, Barnaby is a pretty interesting character, and he has a cat who is certainly interesting as well. I liked it. I liked it more than I perhaps thought, but in some regards I liked it less than I thought, because I think I would have preferred it if it was bright and colourful all the way through. But that seriousness does allow for some good narrative development, good character development, and it just gives it a little bit more meat. I'm sure if there was no, poignancy to the character of Barnaby, I would have complained about that. So, nothing's perfect. I did enjoy it. If you've seen the live actions, check this out. If you haven't, absolutely doesn't matter. It's a good, fun film that's a little surprising. Absolutely worth watching.